Our planet is a complex, interconnected system. Oceans, atmosphere, and life all woven together. Every breath of wind, every drop of rain, and every living creature is part of a delicate balance that has evolved over billions of years. From the highest mountain peaks to the deepest ocean trenches, Earth's systems are in constant motion, shaping and reshaping the world we call home. For millennia, this balance allowed life to flourish and shaped our civilization. The gentle rhythm of the seasons, the richness of the soil, and the abundance of water made it possible for communities to grow, for cultures to thrive, and for nature to support us in countless ways. Our landscapes, from the rolling hills of England to the ancient woodlands of Britain, are living testaments to this harmony. But now, human activity is disturbing that balance. Our cities expand, our industries grow, and our demand for energy and resources increases every year. The very progress that has brought us comfort and convenience is also putting unprecedented pressure on the environment. We've released vast amounts of greenhouse gases, trapping more heat and raising Earth's temperature. Cars, factories, and power stations pump carbon dioxide and other pollutants into the air, creating an invisible blanket that warms the planet. This warming is not just a distant threat, it's a reality we are already experiencing. This is global warming, the engine of climate change. It drives shifts in weather patterns, intensifies heat waves, and alters the very fabric of our environment. The signs are all around us, from record-breaking temperatures to parched fields and sweltering cities. Its effects are everywhere: melting glaciers, bleaching coral reefs, shrinking polar ice, and rising seas. In Scotland, ancient glaciers retreat year after year. On our coast, powerful waves erode the land, while snow lines creep higher up the mountains. These changes are not isolated, they are part of a global pattern. Extreme weather is more common. Droughts, floods, and storms threaten communities worldwide. Villages face unexpected floods, farmlands crack under relentless drought, and storms batter towns with increasing ferocity. The frequency and intensity of these events are growing, putting lives and livelihoods at risk. The web of life is stretched to its limits. Plants wither in gardens, rivers run dry, and wildlife struggles to adapt to the new extremes. Each species lost, each habitat damaged, weakens the resilience of the whole system, making recovery harder for all. Yet, for many, these changes feel distant, just images on a screen. News reports and social media bring stories of disaster, but it's easy to feel disconnected, as if these events are happening somewhere else, to someone else. It's hard to connect a melting glacier in Greenland to daily life in the English countryside. The contrast between faraway crises and familiar peaceful landscapes can make the threat seem abstract, even unreal. But these quiet, incremental shifts are rewriting the world we know. Over years and decades, rivers shrink, coastlines recede, and the seasons themselves begin to blur. The changes may be subtle, but their impact is profound. The story of climate change is not sudden upheaval, but a slow transformation. It's a gradual, relentless process, one that unfolds in the background of our daily lives, often unnoticed until the consequences become impossible to ignore. And it's happening all around us, whether we notice or not. From shifting weather patterns to changing landscapes, the world is in flux. The challenge before us is to recognize these changes, understand their causes, and decide what kind of future we want to create, for ourselves and for generations yet to come. In the UK, climate change isn't always dramatic, but it's unmistakable. The transformation is often quiet, unfolding not in sudden storms or disasters, but in the gentle, persistent drift of our weather patterns. Our famously unpredictable weather hides deeper trends. Beneath the surface of our daily forecasts, something fundamental is shifting. The average temperature is rising, each decade a little warmer than the last. What once felt like rare warm spells are now becoming the new normal. Winters are milder and wetter, summers hotter and drier. Rain falls in heavier bursts, while dry spells stretch longer than before. These aren't huge leaps, but small, steady changes that add up over time. The landscape we know is being gently but persistently reshaped. The very character of our climate is shifting, quietly but relentlessly. The familiar rhythm of the seasons is being altered, almost imperceptibly. It's like a rising tide, each wave small, but together they reshape the shore. In the same way, each subtle change in temperature or rainfall is part of a much larger transformation. We may not notice year to year, but long-term records reveal the truth. Decades of data show a clear pattern. The climate we once took for granted is slipping away. The frost is less frequent. Those crisp, icy mornings are becoming rare memories for many. Scorching summer days are more common. Parks fill with people seeking shade, and the countryside bakes under unfamiliar heat. These aren't random blips, they're signs of a planet in transition. The evidence is clear when we step back and look at the bigger picture. Our lived experience can mislead us, making it easy to dismiss the warnings. We adapt quickly, forgetting how things used to be, and normalizing the new extremes. But the evidence is woven into our changing weather. Each raindrop, each gust of wind, tells a story of a world in flux. The rules that governed our seasons are being rewritten. Flowers bloom earlier, leaves fall later, and the calendar of nature is out of sync. The subtlety of these changes is their greatest challenge. Because they happen slowly, it's easy to overlook their significance. We must look beyond the day-to-day to see the bigger picture. Only by connecting the dots can we truly understand what's at stake. The climate we once knew is quietly slipping away. If we listen closely, the land and sky are telling us a story of change, and a call to pay attention before the familiar becomes a memory. British summers are changing before our eyes. Heat waves, once rare, are now frequent and intense. In 2022, the UK topped 40 degrees Celsius for the first time, a new and unsettling record. What was once extreme is becoming the new normal. Our infrastructure strains under the heat. Railways buckle, hospitals fill with heat-related illnesses. The countryside turns brown, and wildfires, once unthinkable here, are now a real threat. Fires have destroyed homes and habitats, even near London. The joy of a sunny day is now tinged with concern. These aren't just good weather days, they're symptoms of a system under stress. The feeling of summer is being redefined, bringing new challenges. We're only beginning to understand what this means for our future. As summers heat up, winters grow warmer and much wetter. A warmer atmosphere holds more moisture, leading to heavier rainfall. When it rains, it pours. Floods are more frequent and severe. Communities from Cumbria to Cornwall have been inundated. Storms now bring a month's rain in days, overwhelming rivers and drains. The emotional and financial toll on flood-hit communities is immense. Our infrastructure, built for a gentler climate, struggles to cope. Wetter winters and intense rain are clear signals of climate change. The familiar British weather cycle is being distorted, tipping the balance toward disruption. The rhythm of our seasons is shifting. Spring arrives earlier, buds, bees, and birds all responding to warmer cues. This seasonal creep disrupts the timing perfected by evolution. Not all species adjust at the same rate, creating mismatches in nature. For example, insects may hatch before birds arrive, leaving chicks hungry. Autumn lingers longer, first frosts come later, altering plant cycles. The clear progression from summer to winter is blurring. Our culture and sense of time are tied to the 4 seasons. As these divisions fade, we lose predictability and order. The turning of the year is being subtly rewritten. Climate change isn't just environmental, it touches the heart of our experience. The seasons we knew are becoming less familiar. The natural world is a web of connections, now under strain. Wildlife across the UK must adapt, move, or face decline. Species from warmer Europe are moving north. New arrivals compete with natives. Cherished species like the puffin struggle as their food sources shift with warming seas. Small changes in temperature can break vital links in the food chain. Flowering times change, affecting pollinators. Warmer rivers harm fish. Every part of nature is touched by these changes. Nature is resilient, but the pace of change is relentless. The quiet symphony of the countryside is being disrupted. Some of its most familiar notes are fading. The ripple of climate change is felt in every meadow, river, and woodland. Climate change is reshaping life in the UK. Extreme weather strains our society, economy, and health. Victorian-era infrastructure buckles under new stresses. Railways warp, drains overflow. Repairing flood damage and upgrading defenses costs billions. Heat waves increase deaths, especially among the vulnerable. Milder winters favor disease spread and worsen respiratory conditions. The NHS faces new burdens. Farmers face unpredictable seasons and crop failures. Food prices and livelihoods are at risk. The stability of our daily lives is more fragile than we realize. The danger of gradual change is that we stop noticing. We adapt, forgetting what normal used to be. Hot summers and winter floods become routine headlines. We risk collective amnesia, losing sight of the bigger picture. Seeing the patterns, connecting the dots, is crucial. Scientific evidence is clear. Our world is warming, and the consequences are real. Noticing isn't about fear, it's about empowerment. Understanding reality helps us respond and make better choices. We can observe changes in our gardens, parks, and seasons. Talking to older generations enriches our perspective. Combining personal observations with science builds a fuller picture. This shared understanding is the foundation for action. The challenge before us is immense, and at times it can feel overwhelming. Yet even in the face of uncertainty, hope remains a powerful force. It is hope that drives us to imagine a better future and to take the steps necessary to make it a reality. The future isn't fixed. The choices we make now matter more than ever. Every decision, big or small, shapes the path ahead. We have the power to influence what comes next, and that power lies in our collective actions. Transitioning from fossil fuels to renewables is not just important, it's absolutely vital. Clean energy sources like wind and solar are already transforming our landscapes, providing new opportunities for jobs, innovation, and a healthier environment. The UK has made significant progress in recent years, setting ambitious targets and investing in green infrastructure. But to truly meet the scale of the climate crisis, we must accelerate our efforts and push for even greater change. Bold policies, groundbreaking new technologies, and above all, a strong collective will are needed to drive this transformation. It's not just about governments or scientists, everyone has a role to play. We must also adapt to the changes already underway, restoring vital habitats, protecting biodiversity, and ensuring that our natural world can thrive alongside us. This means rethinking how we manage our land and water, designing cities that are resilient to extreme weather, and creating spaces where people and nature can coexist in harmony. Adaptation and mitigation go hand in hand. The choices we make as individuals, how we travel, the energy we use, and the habits we form, are all part of the solution. What we eat, how we heat our homes, and the products we choose to buy all add up. Small changes, multiplied across millions of people, can have a huge impact. Our voices matter. By speaking up, joining together, and demanding action from our leaders, we can drive greater ambition and accountability. We are not passive observers in this story. We are active participants. Our actions, our choices, and our determination will shape the outcome. Nature is resilient, and humanity is endlessly innovative. Together, we can restore what's been lost and build a future that is both sustainable and just. If we act now with urgency and hope, we can still secure a stable, thriving future for generations to come. The window of opportunity is open, but it won't stay open forever. The story of our climate is still being written, by all of us, every day. Let's choose to write a chapter filled with courage, compassion, and hope in action.